Hello all. Welcome back to this channel. Today we are going to talk about the reasons why women are more likely file for divorce than men. One would think that women, who are generally portrayed as being the heart of the family, would be more reluctant to formally break up a marriage than men. However, studies have shown that women are more likely to file for divorce than men in almost 70% of cases. Here are my 6 insights into why women are more likely to file for divorce than men. 1. Women are no longer satisfied of being housewives. Since World War II, women are increasingly less satisfied with the institution of marriage and the stereotypes associated with them. In the 1950s, women were expected to be housewives, the primary caregiver for the children, and have dinner ready to serve when the men arrived home from work. But now women have realized that they like earning money and having lives outside their homes, and they are reluctant to being just a housewife. Decades after the women's liberation movement, women still feel oppressed, marginalized, and undervalued, and as the recent women's marches have shown, they are no longer willing to put up with the status quo. 2. Women look forward to true equality of the sexes. Men generally try to find and marry the woman of their dreams, and then expect that she'll never change from the day they got married. Men are comfortable in their roles as the head of the house, while women are not particularly satisfied with being pigeonholed as a wife who supports her husband's career, the primary caregiver to their children, and the unpaid domestic help. Women, on the other hand, look at their partner's potential. Women are more willing to marry someone who doesn't check all of their boxes, hoping that they can guide their men into perfection. Women become frustrated with men who resist change. Society, religion, and other cultural norms have oppressed women around the world for thousands of years, and women are now becoming less and less inclined to go along with these regimes. 3. Women are less willing to accept unhappy relationships than men. Generations of men have been trained to man up and stay in unhappy relationships, and perhaps to seek happiness outside their marriages to make their lives tolerable. Modern women, however, are more independent than most men think, and they are unwilling to accept unhappy relationships month after month, year after year, with no hope of change. Oftentimes men don't even realize that they are in a failing relationship until their wives say, "I want a divorce." In business, successful men are trained to focus on intellectual pursuits, to use logic to solve all their problems and to ignore their emotions. Ironically, it is this disconnect that often causes a marriage to fail. Men continue to think that their marriage is fine while their wives are talking to divorce lawyers. By the time the divorce is filed, women are done trying to work on the relationship. 4. Men often believe they have more to lose in a divorce than women. Many men hold the misconception that they will do poorly in court. The cards are stacked against them in terms of finances and child custody. Many men's divorce groups are perpetuating this idea, taking one man's terrible experience and making it seem like all men are treated badly in court. The stereotypes of men as breadwinners and women as caregivers have changed, but men still believe that they have more to lose than women in a divorce. For that reason alone, men are reluctant to go there. 5. Women are quicker to consult a lawyer than men. Quite frankly, there is an advantage to be the plaintiff in court, in the sense that you get to go first and argue last. I would much rather represent a plaintiff than a defendant. While there are often races to the courthouse, most women are quicker to consult a lawyer than men and are empowered to pull the plug. 6. Women are much more aware of the emotional health of their marriages than men. If the marriage is a traditional one, with a stay-at-home mom and a breadwinner dad, women are going to pick up on any problems with the marriage and the children before a man would. Women notice that their husbands regularly go out for drinks after work with their co-workers, or spend evenings and weekends entertaining clients for dinner or a round of golf. Lack of communication, lack of empathy, lack of feeling supported by your spouse, and lack of emotional growth generally distress women more than men, making women more likely to file for divorce than men. Making the decision to divorce is never easy. By the time a woman says the words "I want a divorce," she has most likely mourned the marriage and moved on, making it too late for reconciliation. This may leave her husband pretty blindsided. Even though the husband may feel a lot of grief, he still inflicts shame and blame, adding fuel to her fire. They both only see the faults that their spouse brings to the table, and refuse to look in the mirror. If only he held her and asked her what she needed. If only he helped her a little more around the house and with the kids. If only he heard her complaints and took them seriously and made some changes. If only he did something nice for her to show his love for her. If only he held her without initiating sex. And if only then, he pleased her first. If only. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, or found a lot of value in it, do give us a thumbs up. This will help in supporting the channel. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more content like this. With that said, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.